Cześć, witam was bardzo serdecznie, z tej strony RaVo, a dzisiaj zagramy sobie grę o tron. Jest to mój pierwszy odcinek na tym kanale i mam nadzieję, że bardzo dobrze je przyjmie. Od razu upominam, że gra nie ma żadnego odzwierciedlenia w filmie. Są postacie z filmu, ale to nie ma żadnego związku z fabułą.
The trout in the tower, the wolves dropped the fish and they all ran away. The trout he flopped off and I was another wall to pray. Two weddings brought on by beheadings, the dying they comes to me. Two weddings brought on by beheadings, yet all unhappily.
The great Jamie Lannister, Kingslayer, Oathbreaker, brought to his knees by the men of the North.
And set free by the women. You'd think he'd done it himself the way he tells it. Old Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know.
Dobrze, więc musimy... Pierwszą naszą sekwencją jest wyczyszczenie miecza.
Make sure it's spotless this time. Old Forrester won't be happy with blood and brains all over it.
Dobra.
Now that is a proper sword.
I'll have one like it myself someday.
You'll never have a sword like that. I say that as a friend. And if
No i
we're being
będzie dla niego
honest,
strasznie niemili,
you are
więc
just a squire.
nie
I
wiem, czy
will.
jeszcze zobaczę.
You'll see.
Of course, your lordship. After you take your rightful place on the Iron Throne.
I had a hand in it, you know.
A hand in what?
Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer
Więc
at
możemy
this
tutaj
move.
również
He was so
milczeć.
drunk he barely made it out of his
Nazywać się.
tent. Next, he'll tell us he caught Tyrion too.
Pozwolimy mu dokończyć.
Let him finish.
Oh, he'll talk all night if you let him.
You captured the Kingslayer.
Aye. Well, I had a hand in it.
Aye. A hand round his ankle as 10 others took him down.
See? What did I tell you?
I brought him to his knees.
Old Forrester.
Not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story. It grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine. Go on. It's your job.
Więc jesteśmy jego giermkiem, więc dobra.
Right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Będziemy nadajemy wina naszemu lordowi.
Thank you, Garrett. I'll do it. Norrin's family has faithfully served House Forrester for centuries. His honor is beyond reproach, and House Tully is forever in his debt. You've never seen a field ploughed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battlefield. Fetch your cup. Tonight we celebrate.
Sam zbytnio nie wiem, o co chodzi, a myślę, że się dowiem.
To Robb Stark, the King in the North!
The King
Tomorrow, we march on Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to lead the Young Wolf's army and ride as the vanguard!
The gods have favored us. Onward to Casterly Rock!
Death to the Lannisters.
Iron from ice!
Got it.
Yes, my lord?
I need you to keep an eye out for Roderick. As his father, I could not be more proud of the man he's become. On a night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question of what's to be done with you. It's been on my mind for a while now.
Nie
Something
odzywajmy
must
się,
be done.
niech dokończy.
You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you? You served me well.
To bring honor to House Forrester, my lord.
You have more honor than those who were born to it. There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. Now you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester.
Czyli jesteśmy już
It's well
prawowitym
deserved,
rycerzem.
Garrett. Your hard
Wydaje mi się,
work
że
has
już nie
paid
jesteśmy
off.
Gienkiem.
So I'm no longer a squire?
As of tomorrow, no. But for now, keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight, and I wouldn't want the other squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my lord.
Now go, and find Roderick if you can.
I will, my lord. Thank you.
Bloody hell. Empty. Squire! Fetch us more wine!
Ten tutaj gościu
give me a
przypomina mi
hand?
bardzo króla z samego serialu.
Can I get up to you?
Czy pomożemy gościowi? Dobra, niech nie będzie nam
But you
dłużej.
owe me.
Oh, you? I've been a squire longer than you have. I outrank
W
you.
sumie to nie ma znaczenia, czy jesteś dłużej, czy nie.
Fetch more wine, scrub my armor, clean my boots. Just my luck to end up with Norin while you serve the Lord. Let him fetch his own wine for once. He's a drunk, a liar, and an arrogant prig. You think he was the Lord the way he hands out orders? See, that's where you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shovel and slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms. I suppose this beats pig farming. But not by much.
Czy kocha
Who
boczek?
doesn't love bacon?
No to nie kocha boczku.
Ah, pig farmers.
Oprócz wegetarianów.
All I'm saying is, at this rate we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the low. For all I know, we could be squires for life. All in wine around a fucking wedding.
Nie powiemy mu, że
Waste of fucking
awansowaliśmy.
time.
Give it time.
Tylko powiemy, że się
You'll get
doczeka.
there.
More easy for you to say. Maybe if my uncle were castellan at House Forrester, I'd feel different.
Who my uncle is has nothing to do with it. How much further?
That's right over there. Take your time.
You lot have drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walder's in a generous mood.
Fucking phrase.
Wiecie co? Ja może troszeczkę przyciszę sobie muzykę, bo jest dla mnie za głośna. No, 6 powinna starczyć. Okej, wracajmy do naszej przygody.
It's night for a wedding. Not often he finds a
Do
willing
przodu
husband for one of his
wcześniej
daughters.
i coś tutaj się widać święci. Czyżby zamach?
Don't expect me to carry it for you, Sir Garrett. What? What's wrong?
Co zgrywałem ewidentnie.
What's gotten into you? You're acting rather odd. You've had too much wine.
No, chodź jeszcze.
I'm fine.
I'm so glad to hear it. I'll take the fucking flagon already.
What's wrong with him? Something the matter?
Bowen, we have to go.
You go if you're in such a rush.
Raczej była na ostrzeż Lorda Foresta. No, uratujmy go, na jak najlepiej
What?
będzie.
What about?
Czy-
What the hell was that
Prawdopodobnie chcieliby go
about?
zabić, ale
Slow down, would you?
są
What's the
uzbrojeni.
rush?
W nogi. Musimy pobiec. Bo idą za nami z mieczami. Nie wiem dlaczego dwóch bliźniaków, ale okej. No i tak jak myślałem. Jeden rozumie przyjdzie na
You need to get back to camp.
Każda osoba z tego drugiego rodu wygląda tak samo. Okej. Jest skomplikowane granice. Teraz tak prawdopodobnie musimy dojść do naszej drużyny.
Garrett, we have to get back. The king.
Okej. Kolejny krótki event. Okej, dostał tarczy.
Ready, boys! Whoa! Shoot that one! What? Look out! Good fucking riddance!
Garrett, did you find Roderick?
Speak up, Garrett.
Did you see him or not?
Dlaczego że zginął?
He's gone, my lord. There was nothing I could do.
Co mogliśmy zrobić?
Find a
Chyba
weapon,
specjalnie
quickly!
użyciu tego konia. Okej, bierzmy miecz. Oczywiście jest lekko niezdarą, ale... Zaczynamy przez Lorda.
Walter, you fucking traitor!
Go, my lord, while there's still time.
Kumplu, nie mów, że ty od innego bełtu giniesz. Musimy iść dalej.
We have to
musicie
keep
zmotywować
moving, my
się
lord.
I'd never make it. They'll hunt us down like dogs.
Walter Frey says time. Don't run!
Guard this with your life.
To teraz nie wiem, dlaczego krwawi box, skoro dostał bełtem
There's no time to
że
waste.
barku. Okej, chyba na tym mieczu mu zależy.
Damned if I let it fall into the hands of those traitors.
Walter Frey says
You have to
about
go.
stage, you're welcome to the fucking
Zróbmy to, co on
I will do as you command, my lord.
prosi.
You have served me well. I know I can count on you. Tell your uncle. Tell him. The North Grove must never be lost. Tell no one but him. Do you understand? You must swear. Tell only your Uncle Duncan. The future of the house may depend on it.
I swear that I will, my lord.
Nie możemy nikomu powiedzieć, oprócz wujowi Duncanowi, któremu nie wiem
You
oczywiście
must
kim
do this
jest.
for your house. Go!
A mam nadzieję, że się dowiemy.
Kill those fucking foresters!
With love from Walter Frey.
Jest potrzebny widok. Oczywiście jego lotnienie. Śmieszny sposób. Początek to jest dokładnie tak samo jak w serialu. Mi to nie przeszkadza, ponieważ serialowy początek bardzo doceniam. Żelazo z lodu. Na razie jest 5 epizodów, ale wychodzi już 6. epizod. Tak gwoli ścisłości. Rozejrzyjmy się po okolicy. Świnia. No, niezbyt nam dużo to mówi, ale jest krew. Możemy...
Blood. Fresh.
Czyżby właścicielka tej krwi? Co za tym się ulatnia? Karawana, która blokuje nam przejście. Oraz druga karawana, która została przewrócona. Sprawdźmy, co jest w środku.
That's Father's car.
Lord Bolton better give us fucking titles for this.
Winter may be coming, but at least he'll have his bacon.
Czyli zabijacie dzienne świnie dla zabawy. Nie pójdzie wam zbytnio płazem.
Move along, boy. There's nothing for you here.
Father.
I said move on.
To jest
Unless
jego
you want to get
ojciec.
fed to the fucking
Pobiegnijmy do niego,
pigs.
bo on jest najważniejszy.
I recognize you. You're a Forester squire. Former Stark bannermen have no claim on land anymore. Or haven't you heard? The Starks are dead. Where'd you get that sword? Not a chance that sword is his. Must have stolen it. Out here by himself.
Więc
Probably a
zajmie się.
deserter.
Będzie najlepszy.
You didn't just find it, which means you must have stolen it.
Ojej, nie tak agresywnie.
That sword's too big for you, boy. You can barely pick it up.
Get off my land!
This is Bolton land now, boy. Lord Bolton is the new Warden of the North.
Nie chcemy
I
z nim
reckon
walczyć,
he
bo
like a
wiemy,
proper lordly sword
że
like
mieli
that.
przechlapanego lorda na pewno. Aha, czyli sam chcesz mnie atakować, kumplu.
No.
I'll have that
Nie
sword,
mów,
boy.
słuchał mój przyjacielu. Daj miecz. Dobra.
Aye. You'll have it.
Aha. No tak.
All right. Finish this fucking pig farmer.
Pathetic.
Topór czy
You
widły?
really are a pig farmer, aren't you?
Weźmy widły. Zmienia. Ojoj. Przepraszam. Nie miałem tego na... Nienawidzę cię, które pracy na wszystko. To się nie zachowujesz.
Mercy! Please! I beg of you! I have a family! They'll never survive without me! I have no quarrel with you! I was
Nie
only
bądźmy
following
potworem.
orders.
Bez przesady. Nie zrobił mi jeszcze nic takiego strasznego. Jestem Gracjan Rostowski po prostu, wybił mi całą rodzinę. To są po prostu podładni.
Lord Whitehill will see you hang for this. That much I promise.
Father?
Garrett, you survived. Your sister. Oh, she hid.
Oh.
I tried to stop them.
Niezbyt przyjemny widok dla tego chłopaka. Stracił całą rodzinę. To jeszcze na swoim widoku.
I'll kill the men who did this.
It's Garrett! Get the Castellan! Tell him his nephew survived!
Garrett!
I was too late. They were already dead.
Bring the maester. Meet us in the Great Hall. Quickly!
Two Whitehill soldiers?
And a Bolton. They killed my family. And for what? My sister, she was only 8 years old.
This never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
Thank you, Maester.
The blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg. Your justice was swift. Some will call it vengeance. No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different
Oczywiście
than you.
zrobiłbym to
I'd
jeszcze
do
raz.
it again if I had the chance.
If we don't respond with
Tej
strength,
ludzi się nie
they won't
żałuje.
stop until they have everything. These maggots ought to help prevent infection. Hold the wound open for me, would you?
Mam to rozszerzyć.
These are dark days, I fear. To lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal. Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick,
Co teraz zrobimy?
a serious man, but he would have made a good lord.
Well, what do we do now?
The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now, although he is young and altogether unprepared to lead. Right. This might hurt a bit. Hold this for me, will you? I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick. Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen. It's unfortunate the Citadel doesn't train maesters in the art of warcraft.
Roderick had already
To
fallen.
nie jest wujkiem Duncanem.
There was nothing we could do.
Well, I'd imagine Lord Forrester would sacrifice himself to save anyone from his house, high or low. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first, to see if you can put any weight on that leg. Go on. Don't stop now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
Co jest przy lekarstwach? Zioła lecznicze. Okej, przydadzą się.
This might help.
Czemu tak zaciska zęby przy każdym spojrzeniu na jakiś przedmiot? Tego nie rozumiem.
Rather cute little creatures, aren't they?
I guess.
Spójrz na te cudowne robale, które wyglądają jak rosół. Pokazać miecz?
You seem to be favoring it.
Pokazać.
Always sad to see.
Dobra, co mi tam?
It's a good thing you've done, bringing that back to House Forrester. By right, that belongs to Lord Ethan now. I may be mistaken. You do seem able to put weight on it.
Zobaczmy, do kogo należy tron. Bo pewnie będzie wspomniane o tym. A jednak, nic się nie dowiedzieliśmy.
The Ironwood Grove.
Może da się jakoś przyspieszyć chód naszego bohatera? Chyba właśnie to zrobiłem. Tylko sam nie wiem, tym guzikiem. Tak, przecież musisz okrążyć
Does your leg feel weak?
cały stół.
No. I just wanted to ask you.
Czy mogę
Can I
sobie...
go now?
I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but... Lady Forrester.
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family... I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Off to bed now. Hurry on. Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know. Whatever you can recall.
saved my life, my lady.
Życie. No w sumie ocalił.
Yet not Roderick's.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion. But if you can remember anything, I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
Robb Stark named him to lead the van for the march on Casterly Rock.
Spróbujmy nieudolnie.
A fitting
ją
tribute, no
pocieszyć.
doubt. He was House Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he
Słowa.
passed? If you can remember. It would mean so
Odejdźmy od
much to the
tematu i dajmy
family.
jej miecz.
He asked me to return this to House
Ponieważ ostatnie
Forrester.
słowa to jednak były słowa dla
He
tego
said this
wuja
is where it
dekana.
belongs. With his family.
Thank you, Garrett.
Of course, my lady.
It demands a response.
It's too dangerous, especially now.
Now is the time to prove our strength
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
against aggression.
Wiem, że nie jesteś zadowolony
This
od
was
razu.
our land.
Och,
They were our people. Your family.
To ty.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the Whitehills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
We're the ones that should be demanding retribution. This happened on Forester land.
Ramsay Snow's coming here.
Aye. He'll arrive within the week. Those men will say they were keeping the peace in the name of House Bolton.
And what would you have us do? Nothing.
I would have us use our heads while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
He deserves to be heard. It was his family they killed.
They deserve to die. All of them. I say we fight.
Ha! Listen to your nephew. He speaks sense.
With what army? Our best men were killed at the Twins, along with our lord.
Then what's to be done?
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty. But now, this. I'll accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
I'd have done the same, as any man would.
It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take, which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay? Duncan, the boy has suffered enough.
But where would I go?
The one place beyond the reach of even House Bolton.
Ledwo zdążyłem tu przyjść i już
You're
mnie
sending
wrzucają.
him to the wall. The boy's done nothing wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution. Especially now, when the house is so
Dobra, nie
vulnerable.
próbujmy się nadkłócić.
I'll do what's best for the house. So I'll go. I'm not afraid.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
Duncan zapamięta moją odwagę. A tak pewnie będzie miały. Nie będzie miał to gdzieś, tak samo jak The Walking Dead.
You can have my horse, and I'll see you have plenty of food. But we haven't much time. The White Hills will come looking for you. Were it up to me, I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given a chance. I would, and God's willing someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great-uncle was a ranger with the Night's Watch.
He promoted me. At the Twins. We were to ride in the van to Casterly Rock, and I at Roderick's side, but...
It was well-deserved, Garrett. You worked hard and served your lord with honor.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
What?
Dobrze, powiedzmy mu tą wiadomość.
What is it?
Lord Forrester
Nie może zostać utracony.
asked me to give you a message. He said, the North Grove can never be lost.
Sorry. You caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed, if ever.
He said tell only you.
For good reason. Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. I assume you kept your word. You haven't told anyone else, have you?
Tak, nikomu nie powiedziałem.
This is important, Garrett. I need to know the truth.
Of course not.
Naciskaj, kumplo.
I told no one.
Well done. Lord Forrester was right to put his trust in you. From this day forward, this will be our secret. But soon, I may need your help.
But
I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house. But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help. Iron from ice.
Iron from ice.
Remember, you represent House Forrester. Your actions at the war will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
I'll be strong.
I know you will.
Garrett, wait!
Co mi dasz? Dasz mi naszyjnik. Dobrze, wezmę.
Be safe.
Czyżby to był koniec? Koniec z Garethem? Nie wiem. Co się stanie z Garethem? Nie mam pojęcia. A to by było na razie koniec. Moi drodzy, widzimy się w następnym odcinku. Subskrybujcie, łapkujcie. No i tyle. Dzięki za oglądanie. Cześć.